So context-free grammar is represented by four tuple. So that consists of a set of non-terminals, set of terminals, set of productions, starting symbol. So VTPS grammar, any grammar consists of these productions. Every production have left hand side, right hand side. So left hand side should be a non-terminal, right hand side it may be a combination of terminal and non-terminal. Okay, so that is then this context-free grammar is going to generate a context-free language, so which can be accepted by the push-down automata. Okay, then here first a grammar. The grammar should be free from this what unambiguous. So the grammar should not be ambiguous. So ambiguity means more than one representation for one input string. So the grammar is going to generate more than one pass tree or more than one leftmost derivation or more than one rightmost derivation. Okay, what is the problem with that? If a grammar is generating more than one pass tree or more than one derivation, there will be a conflict. So by expanding a non-terminal, in that which alternative is supposed to be taken, that is a problem. Okay, if two meanings are there, then which meaning we should consider, that is a difficult one. Okay, for anything there should be single meaning. Okay, for every non-terminal there should be one production with that. So not one production with that same symbol, there should be one production. If it is like this, then there will not be any problem while deriving or while constructing the pass tree. So anything. So if the grammar is unambiguous grammar, then no problem while constructing. We don't get any problems while constructing the pass tree or while derivating the input string. So okay, that is. So already we started. If a grammar is given, one input string is given, then how to derive the leftmost derivation, then rightmost derivation, the next pass tree, leftmost derivation pass tree, rightmost derivation pass tree, then next whether the given grammar is ambiguous grammar or unambiguous grammar, on what basis you can say whether it is ambiguous or unambiguous. So that things we are discussing. So same thing. So today also I want to show some more examples. Yes, I share the screen. Is it visible? No. Yes, respond. Screen కనిపిస్తుందా లేదా చెప్పండి. I share the screen.
Visible, sir.
Okay. So in the last class, I think one grammar. Okay. Here also same. From this, definitely will get one question. Okay. So this is another kind of. So AC implies places. So this type of already we have seen one. That is a postfix notation. I think this one is a prefix notation. For this also no problem. The grammar will be given like this. Then input string will be given like this. Then you supposed to construct, supposed to derive the leftmost derivation, rightmost derivation. Then pass trees. Finally, you should say this grammar is ambiguous grammar or unambiguous grammar. Okay, that. So same thing in the leftmost derivation. So that left derivation is nothing but the process of deriving from starting symbol of the grammar to input string. Okay, that is a derivation. So derivation, you know that step by step some process to get the solution. Here the process is started from starting symbol of the grammar, then finally we should get input string. So like that, step by step, that derivation, that production substitution. So like that, finally we should get the input string, string, that is called derivation. So there are two types of derivations: leftmost derivation, rightmost derivation. In the leftmost derivation, while expanding non-terminal, here we should see the leftmost non-terminal. Always leftmost non-terminal will be expanded or replaced by some other symbols. Okay, in the leftmost derivation. In the rightmost derivation, always rightmost non-terminal is expanded, or rightmost non-terminal is replaced by some other symbols. Okay, that is okay. So here also same thing. Here leftmost non-terminal, yes, this S can be replaced by whatever, either by this or this one or this one. There are three productions you can use. Yes, have three productions. You can substitute in place of yes by any one of these three. So, but you should see once in the input string, then which one is suitable based on the input string. We should use that for expansion or substitution. So this yes can be replaced by this one, second alternative. If you use first alternative, then one more place you will get, but in the input string, one more place is not there. We don't use this first production. Then if you use a third production, after place star is there, not a. Okay, you may not get the input string. So better to use this second one. Place in place of yes, this. Which one? This star SS. Okay, in place of this S. Then other is already there. So now leftmost non-terminal. This is a leftmost non-terminal. Again, this will be replaced by any one of this. So now here A. Why already got a place star. So directly I want to substitute by this A in place of yes. So like this. Then next leftmost one is this one, this yes. Now this yes can be replaced by A. And here leftmost non-terminal is this one. Now this can be replaced by A. So finally this is the input string. Okay, this same, we compare these two. So we got, so now this is a leftmost derivation. The rightmost derivation also same thing. Here left, this is a rightmost non-terminal. This can be replaced by any one of this. So already place is there. So use star. So like this, so this derivation can be done. Then next you know how to construct this partial tree tree representation. This is a derivation. Now this is a representation, tree representation. So the grammar is unambiguous or ambiguous. We should say. Okay, if more than one leftmost derivation, for this more than one leftmost derivation we get no, only one. Okay, only one is there. So this is an unambiguous. And then here, oh yes, this is a mistake. This is wrong. The leftmost non-terminal, rightmost non-terminal means this one. This can be replaced by A, not this is wrong. Plus yes, A. Now this yes can be replaced by A. So this is a leftmost non-terminal. Next, this can be replaced by first, second production star yes, yes, A. Then now leftmost, rightmost non-terminal is a rightmost non-terminal. Now replace this by place star yes, A. Then rightmost non-terminal this one. So place star A. Okay, this is wrong. Here this leftmost is this one. This is the wrong one. Here A substitution. Okay, trio. Okay, yes, this is a. So finally, what we can say, this is a ambiguity or unambiguous. So grammar is unambiguous. There is no any more than one leftmost derivation, more than one rightmost derivation. Okay. Then next, one more example. So this is a grammar. This implies yes within the parenthesis yes. Then yes, epsilon. This is epsilon. So now this one is a input string. Input string. Okay. So epsilon, you know that epsilon. What is the meaning of epsilon? Nothing. The first yes, the s is taken. Leftmost derivation. You can take any one of this first production. Okay, yes within the parenthesis s. So now leftmost particularly this s. Now this s can be replaced by which one? Even this production or this production epsilon. Epsilon. Okay, why? Because in the input string open parenthesis is there. Okay, here non-terminal is there. Okay, we should derive this. That's why s is replaced by epsilon. So epsilon means null symbol. Okay, open parenthesis s, closing parenthesis s. Now leftmost non-terminal. This is a leftmost non-terminal. This can be replaced by any one of these. Okay, within inside one more parenthesis, open and closing parenthesis over here. So s can be replaced by this first production. So now yes within the parenthesis yes. Okay, now here leftmost non-terminal is this one. So we got this open parenthesis first one. Then one more open parenthesis. Now replace this s by epsilon. Okay, so then open parenthesis s is there. So here which one? This one is a leftmost non-terminal. Okay, so replace this s by epsilon only. Why here are no symbols? Only this parenthesis. Okay, epsilon. So final this one s. In the next step, what? Yes, this is a leftmost non-terminal. This can be replaced by first production. Yes, within the opening and closing parenthesis s. So now replace this s by epsilon. Then this s will be there. So now this can be replaced by epsilon. This s can be replaced by epsilon. This s can be replaced by epsilon. So finally we get this derivation. So now compare this with the input string. So both are same. So we finally got that the input string is derived in the leftmost derivation using the starting symbol. Then in the rightmost derivation also same thing. Right side non-terminal replacement. So here also wrong. This is actually not my notes. Students' notes. So long back we have taught this. So I asked to send the PDF that one. They have given these problems for them to solve. Okay, this is also wrong. So in the rightmost derivation, what rightmost non-terminal replacement is required? Okay, this yes. Now s can be replaced by epsilon. Epsilon. So what will get this yes and within the parenthesis yes. Okay. The next rightmost non-terminal this yes. This yes is the rightmost non-terminal. Now replace with this production. Okay. Yes. Yes within the open parenthesis yes. 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 Okay. So now rightmost non-terminal this yes. So replace that s by epsilon. Okay. Next to rightmost non-terminal is this yes. So now replace this also by epsilon. Okay, next to rightmost non-terminal is this yes. Now replace by first production. Why we should get two opening and closing parentheses inside one opening and closing parenthesis. So yes, within yes, already opening and closing not there. Okay, this is the rightmost non-terminal, this one replaced by epsilon. Okay, so next to rightmost non-terminal, this one replaced by epsilon. Next to rightmost non-terminal is this one replaced by epsilon. Next to rightmost non-terminal, this yes replaced by epsilon. So finally we will get open parenthesis, closing parenthesis. For this opening parenthesis, this one is a closing parenthesis. This closing parenthesis for this first opening parenthesis. So this is a derivation. Okay. So tree also okay here connected. Yes. Here two partial trees, two derivations. So now this yes can be replaced by epsilon, or this yes can be replaced by epsilon. Two are there. Okay, these are the two rightmost derivations. Then these two are the two leftmost derivations. Two leftmost derivations. Class on also. Okay, so this grammar is ambiguous grammar. So here we'll get two leftmost derivations, two rightmost derivations. So obviously we'll get two leftmost derivation trees, two rightmost derivation trees. Okay, so how can we say here you can see the difference. Now this yes can be replaced by epsilon. Okay, and this yes can be replaced by first production. This also will get two. Here there are two options, two alternatives. Now in the first leftmost derivation, this yes can be replaced by epsilon. Okay. Now here this yes can be replaced by first production. Yes, within the parenthesis yes. Then this one is as it is. Okay. So now this yes can be replaced by again this one replaced by epsilon. Yes, this is replaced by epsilon. So like this also we will get. Okay, like this also we will get. So by using the second option we will get this one. By using the first option we will get from this step onwards. From this step onwards. Here second option is used for substitution. Here first option is used for substitution. For this also we will get input string. So these are the two derivations. Okay, then two rightmost derivations also. Same thing. So two rightmost derivations. Okay, from this step onwards. Okay, these are same from this onwards. Here this yes is replaced by first production. This yes is replaced by second production, that is epsilon. Okay, so like this also we'll get the input string. Like this also we'll get the input string. So two rightmost derivations are there to derive this input string. Then two leftmost derivations are there to derive this input string. Okay, so definitely two leftmost derivation and partial trees will get. So finally, what we can say the grammar is ambiguous grammar. Ambiguity. So ambiguity means confusion. What confusion? Either this yes can be replaced by first production or second production. If you use first production, you are getting. If you use the second production, also you are getting the input string. Okay. So confusion. So there should be only one option. Okay. With that option, we should get the input string. Then that type of grammar is unambiguous grammar. Okay, so now this grammar is giving two alternatives. With the two alternatives also, we are deriving the input string. So that's why this grammar is ambiguous grammar. Ambiguity is there in that grammar. Okay, that is a conclusion for this. The next, this is another example. So another example. So same process, what you have seen so far, you can use the same process in the leftmost derivation. Always left side, left most non-terminal is used for replacement in the leftmost derivation. In the rightmost derivation, always right side, right leftmost non-terminal is used for the replacement. Okay, so like that, step by step. Finally, we should get the input string. So that should be compared with the input string. So that is a derivation. So from this we can construct the partial trees, leftmost derivation partial tree, rightmost derivation partial tree. So finally we should conclude if more than one leftmost derivation, if more than one rightmost derivation, so we can say that the grammar is ambiguous grammar. If there is no more than one, then that grammar is unambiguous grammar. Okay, like that we should conclude. So this is another one, another example. So same thing, same process, leftmost derivation, rightmost derivation, then tree construction. There is no leftmost derivation, there is no rightmost derivation, more than one leftmost derivation, more than one rightmost derivation is not there in this. So grammar is unambiguous grammar. Okay, that is one example. This is also one more example. So same thing, leftmost derivation, rightmost derivation. There is no more than one leftmost derivation, more than one rightmost derivation. So finally, grammar is unambiguous grammar. Oh, this one completed. Okay. So this is another kind of example. Here, in this more than one leftmost derivation, your first alternative, first one, this is S implies AS, BS. Okay, here leftmost non-terminal, this yes. Okay, here also same thing, AS, BS. So now this yes can be replaced by any one of these, this one or this one. Okay, so here which one? This first alternative is used AS, BS. AS, BS. This is in place of this yes. Already BS, BS over there. Then here in place of yes, okay, same thing, AS, BS. First alternative only, okay, no problem. Not in this step. The next AA, say same thing. So now this is a leftmost non-terminal, S can be replaced by so any one of these. So now here which one? B, we should get B, so that's why second production is used. AA, B, yes, B, not the complete step, this one. Yes, this yes can be replaced by epsilon. Epsilon. So this one is used. Okay. Then next here also epsilon. Epsilon. Here epsilon is used. Here also epsilon is used for replacement. Then after replacement, this is a string. Now this is a leftmost non-terminal. So replace with second production AA, B, B S A S. Okay, in place of yes, this one substituted. Then here also in place of yes, which one? Here in place of this. Here in place of yes, same thing. Second production is used. B S S B. Then next same thing, two B's already there. So S can be replaced by epsilon. So after substituting epsilon here, we'll get A. Then S is there, B is there, S is there. Then here two B's A, S, B, S. So here also epsilon substitution. So after substituting, what we get? A, B, B, A, B, S. Okay. Then next here in place of this yes, epsilon substitution. So next in place of this here, epsilon substitution. Then here in place of yes, epsilon substitution. So finally we'll get this one. So here so in place of this here epsilon is substituted. Then here first which one? Second production is substituted. Okay, that is a different two alternatives. With two alternatives we are getting the input string. Here epsilon, with epsilon also we are getting the input string. With BSAS also we are getting the input string. So with the two alternatives you are getting the input string. So that's why this is a ambiguous grammar. Two leftmost derivations. Same thing, two rightmost derivations also. Then partial trees. So finally conclusion is the grammar is ambiguous grammar. So why it has two leftmost derivations and two rightmost derivations. Okay. Then like this is another one. Here only one symbol is there. Here some expressions are there in the grammar. So no problem. Here don't confuse. Input string is this one. Not a true or false is the input string within the opening and closing parenthesis. Not open parenthesis, true or false, closing parenthesis. This is the input string. This one is a grammar. B expression. So B expression or B expression, B term or B term. Okay, B expression have two productions. One is a B implies B expression or B term. One production, then B expression implies B term is a second production. Then B term is a non-terminal here. So non-terminal, this also have two productions. One is a B term and B factor. Okay, B term and B factor. One production. B term implies B factor is another production. Then next B factor is a non-terminal. So B factor implies not B factor is one production. B factor implies B expression within the closing and opening and closing parenthesis, one production, and B factor implies true. B factor implies false. So B factor have 1, 2, 3, 4 productions. Okay. So in this grammar, B expression, B term, B factor are the non-terminals. Okay. Or and true, false, not. These are the terminals. Or and not, true, false. So these are the and open parenthesis and closing parenthesis. So these are the terminals. B expression, B term, B factor are the non-terminals. Okay. So this is a grammar. First leftmost derivation. Starting symbol of the grammar is B expression, leftmost derivation. For this, you can take either first production or second production. Okay, your first production is taken B term. So why B term have B term not? We should get not non-terminal. You should come first. So that's why instead of B expression, B term is taken. B term Then next B term here in this, which one is the leftmost non-terminal? This one is the leftmost non-terminal. Now this is used for replacement. So B term, in place of this, you can use first production or second production. Okay, here if you use first production, B term and B factor, but and symbol is not there in the input string. So don't take this one. Take this as for substitution B factor. So in place of B term, B factor. Okay. So which one is the leftmost non-terminal? This one is the leftmost non-terminal. So now this used for replacement. Which one B factor implies here 4 are there? Then you can select any one of the option. Here this is one, this one, but in the input string not is there. The not is there. So that's why take the first production for expansion, not B factor, not B factor. Okay. Then here which one is a non-terminal, leftmost non-terminal? B factor is a non-terminal, not is a terminal. So non-terminal is required for expansion. So now B factor expanded. So B factor have 4 alternatives, 4 options. Not B factor, expression, true, false. But in the input string, open and closing parentheses are there. So that's why take the second one for expansion. So not within the open and closing parentheses, B expression. Okay. Then next one, here B expression is a leftmost non-terminal. This can be replaced by or we should get. There are 2 options, 2 alternatives. Or should come first. So that's why first one is taken for expansion, B expression or B term. Okay. So now here which one is a leftmost non-terminal? B expression is a leftmost non-terminal. So that can be expanded by B term. Second option is used B term. Then again in this, which one is a leftmost non-terminal? This one is a leftmost non-terminal. Okay, B term. So B term can be replaced by which one? True we should get. So that's why B factor. B factor is used. Okay. So next which one is the leftmost non-terminal? B factor. So now B factor can be replaced by here which one? So 4 options are there, but in the input string true is here. So true is used. Okay. So next leftmost non-terminal. This one B term is a leftmost non-terminal. Replace by B factor. Okay, B factor, leftmost non-terminal, B factor only. So in the input string false is there. So now B factor replaced by false. Okay, so like this, not true or false within the opening and closing parenthesis. So this is a leftmost derivation. The same thing, rightmost derivation also. Rightmost. So rightmost here this same thing, but from here onwards, this one is a rightmost non-terminal. This is replaced by B factor. Factor is replaced by false. So the next this one is a rightmost non-terminal. This is replaced by term, B term. Then this one is replaced by B factor. This one is replaced by true. So this is a rightmost derivation. This one is a leftmost derivation. Here no one more leftmost derivation. No one more rightmost derivation. So this grammar is unambiguous grammar. Okay. So, that is. Then next this is another example. Okay, same process used. So what we have seen so far, leftmost non-terminal in the leftmost derivation, leftmost non-terminal. Okay, this grammar is important grammar. Yes. So in the coming classes, we take this grammar for all the what SLR, CLR, LLR in that examples. This grammar will be taken. So I want to explain this grammar. Okay, this is an input string. E have these many in production. C implies E plus C, E implies E star E, E implies minus E, E implies within the closing and opening and closing parenthesis E, and E implies ID. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 productions out there. Then input string is ID. ID means identifier. ID plus ID into ID. So this is a input string. From this grammar we should derive using leftmost derivation or rightmost derivation. Okay, so take any one of the production first to E. Okay, so E place E or E into E, or which one you want to take, you can. Okay, so first E place E is taken. E place E is taken. In this, which one is a leftmost non-terminal? This one is a leftmost non-terminal. Now this can be replaced by any one of these. Okay, so place already there, so we should get ID. So simply this E can be replaced by ID plus, then already this E after ID, which one directly? So E plus E. Okay, so in place of E, ID is substituted, then ID plus E. So leftmost non-terminal is this E. Now this E can be expanded by second one, E into E. Okay, so leftmost non-terminal, this one. Here these two steps are wrong. E plus E, first one okay. Then in the second step, wrong one. This one is a leftmost non-terminal. This is replaced by ID. Then next to E as it is. So from this leftmost non-terminal E. So now this E can be replaced by E into E. Okay. After this step, after this one, this step. Okay. ID plus E into E. So now this is a leftmost non-terminal. This is replaced by ID into E. So next to this one is a leftmost non-terminal. Okay. So finally we got this input string. Here this is taken as one option. Then you can, if you take this as first one, then you will also get, so E into E. So now here leftmost this one. Okay. Now this E can be replaced by E plus E. E plus E. Here leftmost non-terminal this one. By ID plus here by ID into ID. So this is another way. So that means one more leftmost derivation. Okay, this grammar have two leftmost derivations and two rightmost derivations. So what we can say, this grammar is ambiguous grammar. Ambiguity is there. Okay, so that is a problem. So based on the grammar also we can say easily whether the grammar is ambiguous grammar or not. So in the right hand side you can see 5 productions are there. Okay, here first symbols you can observe, E is there, here minus, here open parenthesis, here ID. Okay, these three are different in the first symbol, but these two are same. Starting symbol is same, E is there. Okay, so if more than one production have starting symbol with the same, then that grammar is definitely leads to ambiguity. So based on like this, first symbol E, here also first symbol E. In the more than one production, if first symbol is same, then definitely the grammar is ambiguous grammar. No need to do all these steps. Okay, so some type of grammars in the first step you may not identify. In the first, that means by looking these symbols, so we cannot identify. Some steps expansion is required. After expansion, we can say. Okay, but in this grammar, directly we can say, based by looking these productions, we can say this is a ambiguous grammar. Okay, so the grammar is, since we got more than once that one. Then this one also here, this is a if else then statement, that type of grammar. S implies IE, TS or IE, TS, ES or A. So this S have one more production is there, E implies B. Then this is if else then statement. If else then statement, else statement. That type of grammar. So if expression 1, then if expression 2, then S1, else S2. That's that type of. This is a input string. This is an input string. Okay. So this grammar also we'll see in the coming classes. Okay. Hello. రెస్పాండ్ అర్థమైందా మా ఎస్ రెస్పాండ్ మా ఇఫ్ ఎనీ గ్రామర్ ఈస్ గివెన్ జస్ట్ సింపుల్ ఇప్పటి వరకు చూసిన టాపిక్ లో ఏంటంటే వన్ గ్రామర్ ఇస్తాడు కాంటెక్స్ట్ ఫ్రీ గ్రామర్ one input string will be given, so just you should say whether it is ambiguous grammar or unambiguous grammar లేదంటే మీకు లెఫ్ట్ మోస్ట్ డెరివేషన్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ రైట్ మోస్ట్ డెరివేషన్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ అని అడగకపోయినా కూడా జస్ట్ డైరెక్ట్లీ వన్ గ్రామర్ ఈస్ గివెన్ వన్ ఇన్పుట్ స్ట్రింగ్ ఈస్ గివెన్ then whether you say this given grammar is ambiguous grammar or unambiguous grammar. Okay, question will be like this. So in this case you should find out the leftmost derivation and rightmost derivation or partial tree also, no problem. So if more than one leftmost derivation or more than one rightmost derivation is that grammar is giving, then you should conclude what this grammar is ambiguous grammar. So based on that, మీరు డైరెక్ట్ గా leftmost derivation కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ చేయి rightmost derivation చేయి అని అట్లా క్వశ్చన్ ఏమి ఉండదు. సమ్ టైమ్స్ అట్లా ఇవ్వచ్చు, లేదు అంటే డైరెక్ట్ గా గ్రామర్ ఇస్తాడు చేయాలి లెఫ్ట్ మోస్ట్ డెరివేషన్ ఆర్ పార్షియల్ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఏదో ఒకటి. సో ఫైనల్లీ కన్క్లూజన్ ఇవ్వాలి. సో ఇలాంటి టైప్ ఆఫ్ క్వశ్చన్ ఉంటుంది. సో ఆల్రెడీ 10 ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఇందులో. So I will forward this one also after the completion of this unit. Okay. Then next, ambiguity only. Okay. So ambiguous ambiguity. Grammar may have ambiguity. Ambiguity means more than one leftmost derivation, more than one rightmost derivation. That means simple చెప్పాలంటే conflicts ఉంటాయి, కన్ఫ్యూజన్ ఉంటుంది. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఆప్షన్ ఏది తీసుకోవాలి, ఫస్ట్ ప్రొడక్షన్ సబ్స్టిట్యూషన్ చేయాలా, సెకండ్ ప్రొడక్షన్ సబ్స్టిట్యూషన్ చేయాలా. ఇప్పుడు వన్ నాన్ టెర్మినల్ ప్లేస్ లో ఇప్పుడు మనకు ఇఫ్ ఇన్పుట్ స్ట్రింగ్ ఇస్ గివెన్, దెన్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద ఇన్పుట్ స్ట్రింగ్ వీ కెన్ సి అంటే ఈ ప్రొడక్షన్ అయితే సూటబుల్, ఈ ప్రొడక్షన్ అయితే సూటబుల్. ఫర్ హ్యూమన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఈజీ, ఎందుకంటే బై లుకింగ్ ద ఇన్పుట్ స్ట్రింగ్, సో వీ కెన్ డిసైడ్ విచ్ ఆల్టర్నేటివ్ ఈస్ సూటబుల్ ఫర్ ఎక్స్పాన్షన్ అని. బట్ మన సిస్టమ్ అంటే మన సిస్టమ్ కి చూసుకుంటుంది ఇన్పుట్ స్ట్రింగ్ అవన్నీ ఉన్నాయి కదా. సో ఫర్ ద సిస్టమ్ ఓకే దేర్ షుడ్ బి clarification, then only it will process. So otherwise it will give a error, some conflict is there, some error is there, and it will produce that error message. Okay, so the grammar should be free from this ambiguity. Okay, so that means elimination of ambiguity is required. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఇంతవరకు ఏం చేసాం మనం, ఒక గ్రామర్ ఇస్తే ఆ గ్రామర్ లో అంబిగ్యూటీ ఉందా లేదా అని చెక్ చేసాం, ఓన్లీ దట్ వన్. సో నెక్స్ట్ వాట్ ఇఫ్ ఏ గ్రామర్ హ్యావ్ అంబిగ్యూటీ, దట్ మీన్స్ మోర్ దెన్ వన్ లెఫ్ట్ మోస్ట్ డెరివేషన్ ఆర్ మోర్ దెన్ వన్ రైట్ మోస్ట్ డెరివేషన్. సో నెక్స్ట్ we should remove the ambiguity. So that means make ambiguity grammar to unambiguous grammar. So ambiguous to unambiguous, convert that ambiguous grammar to unambiguous grammar. Okay, so మీకు ఫ్లాట్ సబ్జెక్ట్ లో వచ్చి ఉంటాయి సిఎన్ఎఫ్ టు జిఎన్ఎఫ్ కన్వర్షన్, ఓకే, సమ్ దట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ అలా అనమాట. సో నౌ అంబిగ్యూటీ, ఇఫ్ ఏ గ్రామర్ అంబిగ్యూటీ లేకుంటే నో ప్రాబ్లం, ఇఫ్ అంబిగ్యూటీ ఇస్ నాట్ దేర్ ఇన్ ద గ్రామర్ నో ప్రాబ్లం, లీవ్ ఇట్. సో జస్ట్ ప్రాసెస్ దట్. So next, what are the coming parsers by using? Okay, but some parsers will not allow the ambiguous grammar. Some parsers will allow the ambiguity grammar. So for example, top-down parsers, we have two types of parsers. One is a top-down parser, another one is a bottom-up parser. In the top-down parser, that top-down parser will not allow the ambiguous grammar. So remove the ambiguity compulsory here. But in the bottom-up parser, no problem. If a grammar have ambiguity also, no problem. So it will construct the parsing table. Then it will process whether that input string is accepted or not. But in the top-down, ambiguity should be removed. So for that, there are some techniques. So in the next class, I will explain. So to remove the ambiguity, what are the techniques? Okay, clear? Yes. Respond. మార్నింగ్ ఇట్లుంటే ఎట్లమ్మా? Okay, so answer it attendance. So total how many are there? Okay, చెప్పండి. 16 series and 17 series present is. అమ్మా నేను చెప్పితేనే ఇక్కడ ఇప్పుడు మీటింగ్ జస్ట్ మీరు మీటింగ్ లో జాయిన్ అవుతే అటెండెన్స్ ఏం రాదు. నేను అడిగినప్పుడు ఆన్సర్ ఇస్తేనే మీకు అటెండెన్స్. అట్లా కొందరు ఎవ్రీ డే 3-4 మెంబర్స్ అయితే అటెండెన్స్ పడతలేదు. మీరు ఏదో నామకే వాస జాయిన్ అవుతున్నారు ఇంకా వదిలేస్తున్నారు. నేను అట్లా జాయిన్ అవుతా మాత్రం కాదు. ఎవరైతే విల్ గివ్ ద రెస్పాన్స్ ఫర్ దెమ్ ఓన్లీ విల్ గివ్ ద అటెండెన్స్. దెన్ 16 series, 17 series.
17 series 556 sir.
Okay, next.
17 series 556.
One by one.
Series
17 series 506.
506. 11 is there? 11.
Yes, sir, 511.
Okay. Next 27.
563 sir. 563 17 series.
63. Next.
D4.
D4. Okay, next. A2. మీరు రెగ్యులర్ అటెండ్ అవ్వండి. ఏం చెప్తున్నా మీ క్యాండిడేట్స్ ఓకే ఇప్పుడు లాస్ట్ క్లాస్ ఓకే వచ్చి ఈ వీక్ నుంచి వస్తున్నారు. సో మీరు ఇంకా ఇట్లానే కంటిన్యూ అవ్వాలి. మీకు అటెండెన్స్ చాలా తక్కువ ఉంది. ఓన్లీ ఫ్యూ పీపుల్ ఆర్ అటెండింగ్ రెగ్యులర్లీ ఫ్రమ్ దీస్ రీజాయినింగ్ క్యాండిడేట్స్. దెన్ నెక్స్ట్ ఎనీవన్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్? Okay, next 18 series.
18 series 501 sir.
Next.
504 sir.
Next.
508 sir.
Next.
509 sir.
Next.